welcome to the Surf and River Report. We're here at the newly remodeled Surfers Point Park, otherwise known as the Managed Shoreline Retreat Project. Many years in the making. We're getting ready to go and join the festivities for the dedication of the Managed Shoreline Retreat Project, right here on the Surf and River Report.
Hi, I'm Corey Ventura, and I just got back from doing the beach cleanup and kind of addicted to picking up trash. Actually, I've surfed my whole life down here, and this is a way that I love to give back. So I'm hoping that everyone gets involved with it because it really helps out the planet and helps teach people about education, about cleaning up and just enjoying our beautiful Ventura that we have here. All right, if you'd like to have fun and learn more, you can go to thecityofventura.net or surfrider.org. Thank you very much.
I want to welcome everybody to the celebration for the grand opening of the Surfers Point Restoration Project. My name's Rick Raves. I'm the City of Ventura Public Works Director. This is one of the first projects in the United States to take and consider future sea level rise into the design. I want to particularly thank first the contractor C.A. Rasmussen, who has just finished the work out here. I'd also really like to thank the Surfers Point Working Group, representatives from many governmental agencies and environmental groups, and they came together to strike a balanced solution to the erosion problems here at Surfers Point. Right now I'd like to invite our first speaker for today. It will be Mayor Bill Fulton.
Thank you, Rick, and good morning, everybody. Before I get started, I want to do one thing to try to help us all understand how important this is. Could everybody who's sitting down, if you can, you don't have to, if you could stand up just for a second. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to, for everybody, to turn around and do a quick 360 of everything that you see. Stand around, look at the Taylor Ranch and at the fairgrounds and at our downtown and Grant Park and the beach. This is where we live. It's an extraordinary combination of the natural environment and human activity. An extraordinary combination that is rare on this earth. And so to try to maintain the ecological balance of this place and live our lives and also be prosperous is a very, very difficult balance. A very difficult balance. And we are up to the task. This project once again shows that we are up to the task. You know, I've been riding my bike and jogging through concrete barriers for the last 15 years. And I'm really, really glad that I don't have to do that anymore. And I think this is just an incredible project. I want to thank everybody who was involved in it. I also want to say another very important thing, which is no longer can we in this country, this was built with a lot of different sources of money, including federal money. And we tend to think of federal money as being kind of free money to us, right? But this was built with a lot of tax money from different sources. And we are at the point in the history of this country where we can no longer afford to take anybody's tax money and spend it either inefficiently or for only one purpose. The remarkable thing about this project is how many different goals this accomplishes with one project with one finite amount of tax money. Man, that's just incredible. Just look at that. We are finally stabilizing the ecology of the location that we are in right now. Finally, after 150 years of going the other way, we're finally restoring it. I just think that's a remarkable achievement. What we do in this town every day is amazing. This has been a long road. I want to thank Paul for all that he's done. I want to thank one of my predecessors, former mayor and now Coastal Commissioner Brennan, for his leadership in this project. You know, I was asked before I got up here today, aren't you really excited that this is part of your legacy? And I said, this is not part of my legacy. This is part of Brian's legacy. This is the completion. This is the culmination of the mayoral term of Brian Brennan. And so I just want to say congratulations to Brian. thank you all for coming here today. I look forward to being down here with all of you, running, jogging, bumping into you, and you know, increasingly I do bump into people, and seeing you to the extent that I can for many years to come in this location. Thank you very much, and congratulations to everyone involved.
I'd like to now call up the president of the Ventura County Fair Board of Directors, Janice Burke.
Good morning. What a beautiful day. I mean, we couldn't have had a better day. Seems like summer has finally come. You know, I look around here, and on my drive in here this morning, I was thinking to myself, this looks better than it used to look. And we had such a challenge getting here, and it was so much controversy, and there was so much time and discussion about we're losing certain parts of the land and this and that. And you know, this is just absolutely gorgeous, and it complements what we do here at the fair. We're part of the community. The fairgrounds is the community, and this just complements it so nicely. So we're very, very proud of the partnership we've had with the city of Ventura County, the state, and federal funding and what have you, and all the players that have been involved with this. It's a significant and very, very remarkable moment for us to finally have this location as beautiful it is, and a place where everyone can enjoy it like everyone has said so far. So please enjoy it. We'll look forward to seeing you all out here for the fair, which is coming up in about 2.5 weeks, which timing is perfect for everything here. So we'll look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much.
I'd like to now invite Kara Kemmler. She's with the State Coastal Conservancy Project Manager, and the State Coastal Conservancy provided a significant amount of grant funding for this project. Kara?
Thank you. Thank you to everyone for coming out today. It's really exciting to be here and see on a Saturday in the summertime how well loved and well used this point is. So up and down the California coast, we are engaged in a game of chicken with the ocean. And I'm happy to say that in this case, we put the brakes on, put the car in reverse, and avoided losing this very special public resource. This project would not have been possible without the insight and cooperation of our partners and our stakeholders who participated in the working group, and the support of elected officials and the community. It took us 15 years to get this project done, but it's going to buy us more than 45 years more of life on these improvements, and so it's well worth it. We're halfway there, phase 1, and when the project's done, it will serve as a model for coastal communities that are struggling with being too close to the edge. I'm very proud to be part of this project, and I look forward to phase 2, and I just want to thank all of our partners and supporters and funders, and especially Rick, who since I've been on the project has really spearheaded the effort at the city and led us forward, and Paul, who always kept us on track and made sure that we were doing the right thing. So obviously the Fair Board, the Coastal Commission, state parks, and our elected officials and everyone that has participated and supported us. We appreciate it, and now we have this, and so it's wonderful. Thank you.
Well, you've already heard about Councilmember Brian Brennan. He'll be our next speaker. Brian is not only a council member, but he's on the Coastal Commission. Brian?
Put those down. First of all, let me say this has been a team effort, and I want to acknowledge Councilmember Neil Andrews is here today, Councilmember Christy Weir, prior councils, this present council has basically stepped up. Also want to thank the Fair Board members. Kimball, good to see you. Pat, Armando, I know a number of you are here, so thank you, and I want to thank the leadership and Barbara especially. I know she's not here today. And then two people that are very special, I think, that really made this happen. We haven't thanked Rick Raves. He's been master of ceremonies, but let me tell you, he was a city engineer that is probably now, if he ever wants to retire and become a coastal engineer and talk about the right soft approaches to how to deal with these issues, I think he's the guy. And let me just say the person that I owe the most to is Paul Jenkins. Paul, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I was fortunate when I was chapter chairman of the Surfrider Foundation that Paul came on board, came to a meeting, we talked about this, and one of the things Paul said that's stuck with me, and this is what I want to leave it with people too, this is not just about fixing a parking lot. This is really about trying to heal a system, and part of that is to heal the dune fields out here, and then also look at the river and recognize there's a watershed, and recognize we've got a dam, and recognize that we've got an incredible area, a watershed up above us that really this has been the benefit of. You think back, we think what certainly we talk about everybody here. Certainly you can imagine. In more of a natural experience, what the Chumash got to experience down here years and years and years ago, the feeling of why they wanted to be here and why Ventura became what it was. But let me just quickly say that this is the other evening in front of the Coastal Commission. By the way, it starts early in the morning and goes into late evening. And I thought, Mr. Mayor, I thought our meetings went late. It was 13.5 hours, and the last item on the agenda was a project that actually was dumping rocks, continued to dumping rocks, and it wasn't cited by myself, but it was cited by other folks. That the folks in Ventura had recognized there was another opportunity, another way of going about trying to save their beach and trying to do different things, and they cited this project specifically. So the commission denied the permit and invited those people to study what we are doing here. And so I just want to say that this is becoming a national model of what can happen. It certainly was a state model. I want to thank somebody else that's here today with a team of incredible people. I want to thank you, Mark Baylor from the Coastal Conservancy. Mark was formerly with the Coastal Conservancy. He was the one that kept us bound together through this process of thick and thin. It was a long, arduous process, and every time somebody got elected or appointed to a fair board or a council, we had to educate them, and so that's why it takes some time. But with Mark today is a few scientists from the National Sea Grant Colleges. Barry, Julie, I believe Judy from Rutgers, Barry's from University of Rhode Island. We have Anders from the University of Wisconsin, and I think Amy's here. Folks that have come in here to start and look at what we're doing and try to recognize they're going to try to work on a plan over the next 2 days to help benefit us on an eco-based approach to the finishing off the dunes and the dune system that needs to be healed. So all that being said, there's a couple things I want to do. I'd like to invite Steve Assetti up here. Steve is with CalCoast. Paul Jenkins and myself were just recently at the H2O conference down in San Diego, and we gave a presentation on just this project to a packed room of people that asked some great questions and wanted to know how they could do it in their community. So, Steve, I'd like you to step up. You were fortunate to be able to call us up to the podium and present us with a couple things, and I think we have some awards here that you'd like to present.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. It was a perfect week, and talking about the perfect timing, it was a perfect weekend to get out of Los Angeles and avoid Carmageddon. So my son and I are at the Crown Plaza, and we rode our little canopy bike over here. Oh, he's waving.
Stevie, nice job.
I can't tell you, I go to meetings, city council meetings, and different meetings up and down the coast, and I can't tell you how much contention there is of us versus them, and so this was an amazing process. It's one of the shining examples along the coast that I know of where people with differing views finally, found the sweet spot and got it done. And I have everybody deserves that. I have a poster at home that has some sayings from the Dalai Lama, and one of them is that something to the effect that anything worth accomplishing takes great effort and great risk. And I think that's true of probably most coastal projects, but especially this one. And I want you to know that the awards that our organization produce are always eco-friendly. These are made from bamboo. So we didn't kill any trees, we didn't use any lucite, so...
Did you make it out of Arundel Donax next time?
Yeah, next time, yeah. Well, I found out, in lobbying for the polystyrene ban this year, I found out that there's a company in Palo Alto that's making things out of grass in China, and there's a company in Carpinteria that's making containers out of tapioca. So maybe our next awards will be tapioca, and then you can eat them.
Eat them when you're done. Yeah.
So first, there's no special order to this, but first, we're on the same wavelength. First, I'd like to present the CalCoast Friend of the Coast Award for 2011 to the City of Ventura. plaque from anyone for what that award's made out of.
I'm just going to give this straight to Rick Raves.
That's who I was getting right on. That's it. That's where it belongs.
When Brian was talking about Rick, I was thinking, you know, Rick he's been at the city forever, and he's a great asset. And if at any time since the time I've known him, which goes back to like '97, he could have left the city and probably doubled his salary, but he's been here doing the thing, so he deserves a lot of credit. The second award that we gave at the H2O conference without the Fair Board present, unfortunately, but they're here today. We have a Friend of the Coast Award for the Surfers Point Working Group in recognition of the collaborative process for the Managed Shoreline Retreat Project.
Thank you very much. That's very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're very proud to be a partner on this project. It turned out to be the most special thing for all of us, and we're really glad we did the right thing here. Thank you.
All right, and I just want to say that it was a partnership, and there's been a few people along the way, and I want to thank our present mayor, but I also want to another former mayor that really worked hard on this, and wanted to say it to the end is Carl Morehouse. So he's here as a council member today, but as a mayor, he really reached out. He knew this was important and really wanted to make all this work. And I also want to thank our Parks and Rec commissioners that are here, Ed, Brooke, and a few of the rest of you, some of you out there, but this really has added to the beach opportunity for folks up here. And I wanted, in closing, I just want to say, in the original parking lot plan for this was supposed to be an overflow parking that actually didn't open until it was busy back there, but that kind of got forgotten. The reason it wasn't open was to leave the estuary alone and let the birding opportunities kind of find themselves. And so not having cars and some of the other things go along with it, that was an opportunity. The way it sits now, much more natural. People are walking, certainly riding bikes. Yes, they scare some of the birds, but you notice there's an incredible amount of birding opportunities just right around the corner. And I know the Parks and Recs Commission and certainly Ed Wehan has acknowledged that, and we'll be working on enhancing that area to make it good for visitors also. Thank you all so much for the opportunity to make this great project happen.
I do want to thank you for coming out today to celebrate the first phase completion of this very important project. I did want a couple other shout outs. I wanted to thank Jimmy Coverly, who provided free entertainment for us earlier, as well as the prime designer on this project, Tony Keith with RM Design. Raise your hand, Tommy. Okay. And then Kelly Flanders that helped put together this great event. And all of our city councilors here today, I'm not sure they've all been mentioned. Neil Andrews up front, Deputy Mayor Mike Tracy, Christy Weir, and Jim Monahan. I saw him earlier. Okay, now we'd like to invite all of you to join the speakers. We're going to proceed to the ribbon cutting over here. And I'd like to have Paul Jenkin join us up there if you would. Thank you.
Environmental impacts on our coastal communities have never been greater. From pollution to climate change, coastal communities are at ground zero. The Surf and River Report brings you the latest developments impacting our coastal communities. We'll talk with experts about how environmental pollution, development, and climate change is affecting our coastal and river ecosystems. It's all right here on the Surf and River Report.
My name is Ed Wehan, and I'm with the City of Ventura Parks and Recreation Commission, and I'm pleased to be out here today to celebrate with the rest of the City of Ventura, with the fairgrounds, with the collaboration of people who put together this tremendous resource for our area, the Surfers Point Managed Retreat Program. It's such a beautiful spot. It's unique within the state of California and really within the world. The people who put this together deserve so much credit. I know that the Parks and Recreation Commission within the city is so pleased that this is happening. We know there is so much more to do, and we look forward to participating with all the entities to make those things happen. Thank you.
Right, well, let me tell you, it is absolutely, totally, fantastically great to be here. This is such an awesome day. Not only have we got like Chamber of Commerce weather going on, but this bike path, which has been actually from conceptual, I think about 18 years now, to see it actually come to fruition is just beyond belief. And I certainly know that the 2 years that I had as mayor, the discussions that went on with our friends over here at the fairgrounds, got a little contentious at times, but believe me, it was so glad to get them on board. There's so many players. I think what's so really important, as the mayor pointed out in his remarks, is that there's so many different layers of so many different governments here that have to come to this intersection and work on this. And this is truly an example of great cooperation. But the fact is that there was some stick-to-itiveness by the city. So this is really, really great. And again, I want to laud our Public Works Department, and particularly Rick Raves, who's basically shepherded this baby from the beginning to the end. And we were one of the minor players, but that's the important part. Somebody had to lead, and thank God we did. So it's a great kudo, and it's something that hopefully we'll be able to enjoy for generations to come.
Well, I just want to say what an honor and a pleasure it is to finally be here at this ribbon cutting. It's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of partners. The working group had the Bike Coalition, certainly the Windsurfing and Kite Association, but most importantly, Paul Jenkins with the Surfrider Foundation did an incredible job. And also I want to thank Rick Raves from the City of Ventura, our city engineer and now our Public Works Director, who made this really come true. I just want to say that this project, well, it took a while to get here, will now be a national model for others to realize that the old model of just dumping rocks and hoping you could overcome nature has got to come to an end. This is an opportunity to retreat, or as they say, strategic realignment is probably more the word, and recognizing what we can do. I think one of the things I'm proudest about this project is that also was one of the first projects ever to go in front of the Coastal Commission that actually took in the sea level rise and the wave run-up line. So we've taken that into account, and I believe we get 45 to 50 more years of great public use out of it. Thank you.
My name is Tony Keith with RRM Design Group. I'm a landscape architect that's been involved with the Surfers Point project for over 10 years now, and happy today to tell you a little bit about it. One of the things that you see to my left here is the Bioswale, and Surfers Point, this is the first phase of the project. So what you see now, and is called a bioswale, is this depression in the ground here, but it's way more than a depression. Future phases will have plant material, native plant material that will be planted here. But below this, what you see is a granular rock mass that the drainage that comes off of the parking lot that you see through the cobbles that are addressed here over by this overcrossing, this water percolates down into the ground and then is collected in a pipe and then pumped to a cleaning vault and a cleaning station where it is cleansed of organic matters and oil that has been deposited in that before it gets pumped out to the Ventura River. And so this is a very important water quality aspect of this project. Much of what you're seeing at the Surfers Point project is underground, and it is improving the water quality of the Ventura River and also of the ocean. Phase 2 of the project will extend from where the bathrooms and the turnaround, the bicycle turnaround that you see currently, about 900 feet westward along the coast, where the existing parking lot that you see where we're continuing to have erosion problems. On this portion of the project currently, we don't have it committed. We're hoping that soon that those funds will become available now that folks see how successful this portion of the project will be. It will essentially be very similar to what you see on the Phase 1 portion, and the landscaping that is missing on Phase 1 will be included on Phase 2. And that landscape will include dune restoration, native plant materials, and improvements to the existing park facilities along the boardwalk. Out towards the ocean here is what is being called the Cobble Garden. The new opportunity you have as a community to participate in a community art project, build a totem, and enjoy.
So my name's Bob Battaglio. I'm a civil engineer with ESA PWA, formerly Philip Williams and Associates. were responsible for the beachside design of the Surfers Point Managed Retreat project. And what's underneath this sand that you can't see is a large mound of cobble that is basically the native structure, the native material of this stretch of beach. And so what we've done here is we've recharged the area with natural sediments, and eventually we'll have dunes here in the subsequent phase of the construction, hopefully by this coming summer. And then hopefully also the waves will move in and move the sand around and move the cobble around. And really what we're doing is restoring the natural beach processes, and that provides recreation, but it also provides for natural beach ecology. This is just a portion of what we need to do. It's really kind of phase one. So one of the cool things about this project is it's really just beginning. One of the things about natural systems is that they continually evolve, and we're going to monitor the project and see how it behaves under different waves and water levels. This pedestal right here is the foundation for a pole, which will have a high-tech video camera, actually a digital camera, installed, and that camera will collect information, and because of some high-tech software, will actually give us measurements of how the beach changes and the wave conditions and things like that. So there's going to be a lot of interesting information. It's going to be really fun to watch things change out here over the years. Yeah, it's a real honor to work on this project as a civil engineer. Civil engineers are often asked to design things that aren't in concert with nature, and this is one where we've really restored natural processes.
Hi, Paul Jenkin with the Surfrider Foundation here in Ventura. We're at the site of the Surfers Point Managed Shoreline Retreat Project, a culmination of 20 years of effort on the part of our chapter. We've been able to move the bike path back. The beach has been reconstructed out in front here, and this project will ensure that we have a beautiful beach out here and great waves for generations to come. This is the product of years of community support, and I just want to thank everybody who played a role in this project over the years. We had numerous public meetings where you guys all came out and supported this idea, and it's because of that that we were able to get to where we are today. This is the completion of the first half of the project. There's a lot of work to be done. There's probably almost $3 million of work that needs to be done out here. But I believe as a community we can help raise money to do small pieces of this project at a time, and over time we can really finish this project up and make this a great place to be. You can learn all about this project, what's gone into it and the history of it at surferspoint.org. If you're interested in helping support the project, support the Surfrider Foundation, get in touch with us at the local chapter. The Ventura chapter of the Surfrider Foundation meets the first Tuesday of the month at the E.P. Foster Library downtown Ventura. So come on out and get involved with our local activists. So thank you everybody for your support.